welcome to episode 51 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting cancer, and glad to have you along for the ride. Tom is with me today, and it's a Monday. So what you just heard there, tickling the ivories, Tom taught himself, actually got on YouTube, and you started learning this during COVID, right? When we got locked down to the houses?
Yeah, about 3 months ago, and then it was really good because I was doing the radiation. I wasn't going far from the toilet, so I was just right there on the piano. And I always wanted to play, but I never, I played around. My girlfriend's really good on the guitar, but I just don't have the dexterity in my fingertips or whatever, to do that. But I always felt I could play the piano. And my friend went skiing. He was a ski instructor up there, and he left his piano here last winter. And Kathy plays too. And then I started messing around on it, and that was like March, April. I started getting serious, and just recently I joined this little pianohd.com. It's a YouTube, and they got, 1,500 songs and they're really good at the way they teach, and I just follow along there, and
nice.
It's a lot of fun.
I was sitting there listening to that, and I'm like, hey, when's Steve Perry going to walk out,
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
Actually, if you want to feel old, look up a current picture of Steve Perry.
Yeah, right.
He's aging quickly.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good to be able to do that. And then Tom has been bugging me because I bought a new ukulele, and I've got to learn how to play it. I think there's maybe only two of us in our family that don't know how to play the ukulele, and I'm one of them. So I got a nice one. Actually, my dad gave me a Flea, which is a really good one, and it sat in my closet for, 2 years. And then when I went to play it, the face went bing and popped off the body. So the tension from the strings, and I didn't know this, but when you store them and put them away, you're supposed to, unwind the strings so there isn't constant pressure on it. So bing, now I got to get that fixed. But in the meantime, I bought myself my own. And so I have the tuner and everything. So I swear I'll get on it and I'll get it tuned up. And this time next year, we'll be out on the road, man. We're going to be playing bars and fairs.
The Taz and Tom show. The Taz and Tom show.
Yeah, we'll be out there with our little cup on the. Actually, we should just go down Main Street, like sit in front of Perks, and we'll play in front of Perks, whatever song they've got playing inside. We'll pretend like we're playing, and we'll have our little cup out there. People can put money in, and then on Friday and Saturday nights we'll clean up and we'll go over to Pacific City where they got more money over there. All right. So we talked about last Friday during the interview that Cruising for a Cure is where you went to get tested at the car show at the Orange County Fairgrounds, which, by the way, we're locked in next year. We're going 2020.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have it. So we're definitely going to do that, and we'll drag as many people down there with us as we can. So we'll go for the and now that I know that they do offer the DRE, I'm not going to tell anybody ahead of time. I'm just going to take them down there and go, oh, no, it's just a blood test, but it's down over there. You want to go to that trailer over there?
Yeah.
We'll sneak them in.
I think it was the KSK. I said it last time in the video, and I looked at it, and it is definitely KSK Cancer of Irvine that sponsors.
Yeah. And they said they did, between both kinds of testing last year, 888 tests that they did. And the scary part was how many came back questionable and needed to have follow-ups on it. So yeah, it's not worth messing around. But, but then Tom got contacted after the car show, with, hey, you might want to get this checked out. And then, so from that point, you had to go to the biopsy. And so I've already talked about my biopsy. So how about you tell them about how your biopsy went, and then the phone call that comes after the biopsy.
Oh, well, yeah. About I was actually sitting in Mario's restaurant with the boys having a beer, and the guy called me. I don't know if I told you in the last video. He called me, and I had to go outside because it was noisy. And he, hey, you got cancer. And I'm all, oh, okay. So he's all, yeah, you got a Gleason score of 5.4. And I'm all, oh, is that good or is that bad? It's all because I'm all 5.4. And he's all 54. I'm all, oh, well, I didn't know. Is that good? He's all, yeah, there's a massive chance that you got cancer. So I'm, oh, okay, great. So it didn't really affect me until, I don't know, maybe a couple days later. And I'm going, oh, hell, now what do I do? So now I told you the last time, a 2-month journey, finally found Dr. Torrey, and then he set me up and set me up for the biopsy. You want to hear about the biopsy? So, they put you in the room, they lay you on your side, and there was two of them. There was one of a technician, and he had this screen, and it was like an ultrasound, I believe. And first they stick this tube in your butt, and they give you the shot of a numbing agent. I forget what it's called.
Like a local anesthesia.
Lidocaine.
Yeah.
Lidocaine. And shot that in there. And he's all, you all right? You all right? Oh, yeah, okay. He's all, you're going to feel a little pressure. Okay. And when that thing went in me, I could feel it travel up my one side and go into my tongue. It went into my tongue and into my eye. And I'm all, whoa, guys, I just felt something really weird. He's all, what? He's all, I just felt my tongue's numb and my eyes kind of feels puffy or numb. And he's all, oh, yeah, that's normal. Probably went directly to a blood vessel in that area.
Yeah.
So then they pulled that tube out, and he goes, okay, this one's gonna feel a little more like LeBron James going in. He said that. I'm like, what? No way. So he's all, yeah. So they put a bigger tube in, and that's where they actually put this gun in and shoot core samples, take them out of your prostate.
Yeah.
I think they did, they only do 12, but he did 2 extra. He said, I like 2 more. So he did. Yeah. So everyone is a key. You don't feel it much, but, and then that was it. I mean, I was numb, went home. I didn't have any blood or anything coming out of me. He said I might. Nothing out of my, none in the urine or anything. And then came back, and after he got the pathology, I guess it's called, on the prostate, and he explained to me the whole Gleason score. It's really confusing. I couldn't even tell you. It's like a mixture between how much of the core sample has cancer and what kind it is. I don't know quite. It's confusing how they come up with the Gleason score.
It is difficult to understand.
So mine was, he explained it to me, and he circled, and he's and that's an 8.5. And I'm all, how's that? And he explained to me the Gleason score starts at 3. There's nothing below, because everybody's got a little, or that antigen in there, or whatever they're tracing. And it starts at 3, and mine was 8.5. So he's all, yeah, that's high risk. And right after that, he put me on the Lupron.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the scans started after that. The bone scan, the CAT scan, the MRIs. They did an EKG on me too. And yeah, that whole monitoring up until the surgery, yeah, that's how that unfolded.
And how long were you on what was the time frame, I guess I should say, between when you started your Lupron and when they did the surgery?
Let's see, Mario's, I went to see him. He probably, I'm not for sure, but backing up from the surgery, which was a year ago. So I was on Lupron for like 9 months. So probably after the biopsy. And Yeah, probably most likely that's what.
Okay. So you actually got going pretty good. I mean, they kind of got on it and didn't really waste any time.
Yeah, I was got. I might. I told him I don't. If there's something inside me that's can't, I don't want it. I want it out of
Get
there.
it out.
Can we get this thing out of there? Let's get it out of there, Mo. And plus, it was like December or February. No, December. And my insurance was gonna
Oh yeah.
my
Yeah.
deductible was gonna go into effect. So I wanted to get that.
Let's get it done before my out of pocket starts over. Yeah.
Yeah, but luckily, before that even was up, I'd had the surgery on the old insurance plan, and then I knew after that surgery, because I had really crappy insurance that year, 2 years ago. Yeah, that when I had the surgery, I had a huge deductible. So I switched that because I knew I was going to have all these other things and the possibilities of radiation and more scans. And so luckily I'm good there now. Got that figured out.
Yeah, there is a lot to it. I was talking in one of my other videos, and I just happened to be checking mail right before I did the video. And thank God, 40 years with AT&T, I've got some pretty good insurance. Because without it, man, I don't know how anybody would do this. It is not cheap.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I'm done. But it's to your point of you were saying about get it out of me. I mean, that was instantly how I felt. Was like, I don't care what you have to do, but let's get it out of there. And they're like, well, we can't operate. We can't take it out. We can't radiate. It's too big. So got to put you on the Lupron. And that was a year and a half of that. But what's weird is after having the radiation, and so far we have no idea if it worked for you or worked for me. We won't know for a while until we can start doing the PSA test and see if there's anything in there or if the number goes up and down. But I got kind of like a calm that I didn't have before. And I think it's because we did something. It was like the hormone treatment. Yes, I mean, it does help to confine it and to shrink it. And it does fight against that. Plus your body's fighting against it every day. But I think maybe subconsciously for me, just the fact that we did the radiation, as bad as that sucked, it was something. We went on
it. You're actually you're shooting it with something that's killing it rather than just a drug that's muting it.
Exactly. So we went on the offense instead of the defense on it. So, it's weird because I do have a calm now that I didn't have before. So I'm not freaking out laying there at night, thinking, oh man, I got this black, plague inside of me that's moving around trying to get bigger. Plus two, every time you get a scan and they tell you, nope, it's still here, it's still localized. That kind of helps. It takes some of the pressure off too. With Kelly, we've been together a long time. And so the news, devastating to her as it was to me. How about with you, with your girlfriend? How did it hit her?
Luckily, I've been with Kathy going on 3 years now, and we had a year of normalcy before I got the news. So, and God bless her, she stuck by me the whole time, and she spent 2 nights in the hospital at Hoag with me. She was right there on her birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, I can't get rid of her now.
Oh, that's awesome. Because, like on Facebook, you read so many of these poor guys post up on there, like, hey, my wife left me tonight. And these are dudes that have been married 20 years, and they just put on there, yeah, my wife left, she doesn't want to deal with the incontinence. And, she says, if I can't get it up anymore, she doesn't see any reason to be here and, all that kind of stuff. So we lucked out. We got women that that'll take whatever comes and say, hey, this is, we'll make it work. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, my outlook on that side of it is I want to kill that cancer and get it out of me, and then maybe move on to something, in that direction. Do shots or more drugs, or there's devices.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Kelly, I think it was Friday night. after we did the other video, and I was telling her about your analogy of being like a bull elephant ripping through the
Oh yeah.
the jungle looking for the herd, and she was like,
oh, yeah.
I swear she just sat there and went,
Oh yeah. Because I've seen both ends of that spectrum. Like I said, you don't feel the Lupron when you're normal and you take it, and then you gradually lose your desire. You don't feel it. Like I don't feel it right now. But the other way, when I went off it so we could find out if the surgery worked for me to be undetectable, we went off it for 2 months, and wow, it just went woo straight up. And it's like your mind it's like a drug, a humongous, powerful drug, and that's your body. It's amazing what happened for me in my personal experience.
Well, so now this is what I got to look forward to. Poor Kelly's gonna be walking around the house, and I'll be going
ripping down the curtains, trying to get out. I know you're in there. I know you're in there.
Give me a big set of ears. I'll grab some of the bushes from out front, put them up there and hide behind them, Oh, she puts up with so much crap from me. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Oh, all right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I don't want to. Amazingly enough, man, the first video we did was almost 25 minutes long. And looking at the analytics on it, people really like you because they watch. But
well, I think we give some good information. We're not doctors or anything. All we can do is give our own personal experience. But together, we have a lot of information. Yeah. And it's very similar. A lot of it's the same.
Yep.
So
I do have to say, I get very jealous of some of your stories because, like, real quickly with the ass gun, the biopsy, they were not able to deaden mine because my prostate was so big they couldn't get to the nerve in the back. So he fired off 4 of them, and I remember getting to number 3. And I had read the pamphlet and it said, mild discomfort. So I was telling my urologist, I go, we need to talk to the man that wrote that pamphlet because this is a bit more than mild discomfort. And then he shot off number 4, and I uttered something that Santa shouldn't be saying. And I'm pretty sure they heard me everywhere else in the office. And he says, I'm so sorry, Mr. Graves. He goes, we were not able to deaden the nerve. He says, we've been doing this without the lidocaine, he says, so we're just going to call it quits with the 4. And I go, oh my God. So, and real quick, for those of you who have missed the video about what the little gun thing does that we're talking about, has a tube on it that goes up into your rectum. They have a tube that goes in, the gun goes into the tube, and it has a barrel on it like a gun would. And then if you've ever seen one of those things that you use to clean out a P-trap on a sink, and it has the claw on it, and you push it like this, the little claw comes out and opens up, has one of them on the back of it. So it reaches in, grabs your prostate, pulls it back into the tube, and then a little blade goes and cuts it off. And then it grabs it again, pulls it in there, and cuts it off. So Tom got at least the lidocaine. I went dry, baby. It was not fun. So yeah, when I hear the lidocaine work for you, I feel great for you. But it's just kind of like, man, is there anything else that could have gone wrong with my, my journey through there?
Jeez.
It is what it is,
I feel for you.
Yeah. And the thing is, you understand what I'm talking about. But if anybody's watching and you got any questions or any comments, you want to know something specific about Tom's situation or my situation, or just a question in general about prostate cancer, like Tom said, we're not doctors and we don't play them on TV, but we have been through this and we're learning as we go. So feel free to post the questions below down there. And if you want to continue on the ride, just click the subscribe button. There's a little bell there for notifications. And by all means, give us a thumbs up. Oh, I keep thinking that'll go in front of your screen, but it doesn't. Yeah, give us a thumbs up. And then we're going to be back tomorrow and continue on with our journey. And we'd love to see you guys here. So thank you all so much for the prayers, for the juju, for the positive thoughts, for the shaka, for the aloha, everything you guys are sending. And it's so cool now to see that you're finally on here, that people are messaging you, directly.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think people are starting to wonder, hey, does Tom really exist? Maybe that radiation is messing with Mark's, head there. But no, he really does exist, and an awesome guy. So what is this, Monday? Yeah. Monday night. So we'll get together tomorrow, crank out another video, and we will see you guys here. So have an awesome evening.
Okay. Love you, man.
Love you too, buddy.